Hello everybody, welcome back to Killer Film Reviews. Today, we'll be reviewing the film Batman, the 2022 film. So, we have Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle, Jeffrey Wright as Lieutenant James Gordon, Colin Farrell as Oz, Paul Dano as the Riddler, John Turturro, Carmine Falcone, may remember from the Transformers reviews maybe a little bit. Andy Serkis is Alfred, an interesting choice. A bunch of other characters in here as well. So the basic plot of Gotham, without giving too much away just to start, is Bruce is trying to figure out what's going on with these strange people, with these strange symbols appearing, and with people getting assassinated in a sense and whatnot. Essentially, if you're familiar with the Arkham series a little bit, you may know the plot thread that this particular series is going down. This particular movie at this point. I mean, you kind of see echoes of you see echoes from the previous Batman movies as well, and that's not the Ben Affleck Justice League ones, but the ones that came before it. It was that the Dark Knight Rises, some echoes from there a little bit. And no, we don't see no Joker really pops up towards the really end. Not really the Jokers that you know. New Joker. I'm not going to spoil that scene, of course. Okay. The whole premise of this film basically is Batman's trying to run around like it's so similar to an Arkham game made into a movie. It's not even funny. Like, let's say you played the Arkham series, you're going to know instantly what's going on. Question mark really gives it away real quick what's going on. I mean, I literally just said Riddler just a minute ago. I thought that this film had a decent plot thread. I didn't feel like I was lost at all with the plot, which I really like. Dracula Untold, on the other hand, kind of was was a little over the place, not really enough detail. Check out my review on that, by the way. Alright. So, with the Batman review, what you need to know is that this movie does not get gory like some Batman films did in the past. You really don't see no gory. We kind of return more to a classic Batman that doesn't use guns as well, which is nice. I thought that one of the things that they did wrong with the Ben Affleck Batman was the guns. Everything else was pretty much spot on but the guns. Like, Batman doesn't use guns. It's kind of like a core thing of his character since he first started in the Gold and Silver Age of comics. Zoe Kravitz does an excellent portrayal as Catwoman. Not on the same level as Halle Berry, but then again, the Halle Berry Catwoman film was a little weird. I mean, I've seen it, but it's just weird. They got all this cat goddess stuff in it and all that. They don't have any of that going on in this. It's just straight up Catwoman. Yeah, she's bisexual, and that's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious, but I don't mind. It is what it is. It's a movie. You go into them to have fun. I mean, jeez. Like, so many people just crap on movies just because they have that in there. There's no point of doing that, seriously. I was really surprised, about Andy Serkis being Alfred. I mean, that's just a surprise. I wouldn't think that he would take on a role like that. I think they might be franchise building with this film. Too early to tell, I think, but I think it might be franchise building that they're going for with this film. Like, this is number one, and there'll be films that come after, of course. This film doesn't get as dark as the previous Batman films usually get. There's some darkness in it, but it doesn't get too dark. Like, we're not having Batman run out to the middle of the ocean to avoid a... Okay, spoiler alert, I think it's the last one. Oh, I keep forgetting that director's name. It's not Snyder, but it was the one that came before. It wasn't... like the Dark Knight Rises, I want to say, where Batman's like facing off against Bane and stuff. I think he has to go in the middle of the ocean. Spoiler, of course. Has to save like everybody from nuclear explosion, all that. Oh man, that was a really weird way to end a series of movies, I must say. The Bruce Wayne aspect of the film was pretty non-existent. I mean, most of the time, spoiler alert again, he's running around and kind of like, he got a hat on, he's got his little handkerchief on, little backpack. It's like he's going stealth mode, street gang style or whatever. I suppose you could just call this the closest thing to it. I didn't really have a problem with them changing the race of Detective Gordon either. I thought that was a welcome change. Honestly, there is some things you can change up about characters without doing too much, but you don't want to overdo it, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't just want to throw a monkey wrench into things. I want to kind of keep the changes gradual, then drop the big changes, you know? Was there any downsides to this film? I'd say probably the fact that we don't really see much of Bruce Wayne. Like, whenever we see Bruce Wayne, he's still acting like Batman. He's not really acting like Bruce Wayne. Not being charismatic and all that like Bruce Wayne normally is. Then again, it is more realistic. I mean, geez, if you're running around all night, sitting there and hunting down bad guys, you're obviously going to be tired as hell in the morning. Jeez. You know what I mean? Figured I might as well record this review anyway. I'm fighting off a sinus infection or whatever, but whatever. This is like the lowest my voice can go anyway. Fits the theme of a Batman review, having a nice low voice anyway, you know? Jeez. Don't hate on me for this. Come on. Alright. So, what did I think of the villain? The villain... He was impressive throughout the whole film, I must say. I just got a little unimpressed towards the end, I guess. I'm not going to give that away, of course, but I'm going to say that this whole cliche of people wearing the glasses being the bad guy just needs to stop. It's really, really annoying, and what makes it hard for someone to use glasses. Come on. I don't know. Just something that I really don't like seeing, I guess. But anyways, going back to the film. The riddles are pretty well done. You got the different kinds, they got the different ciphers, and of course the Riddler's kind of, you know, out of it. He's like really, like, I gotta say that I kind of still think the Riddler in the Gotham series was better. I mean, he actually sat there and gave it his all. You can't sit there and go wrong with the original. Like, the Gotham series should really get another season. And I'm just going to take this time to say that, yes, I'm huge fan of Restore the Snyderverse. I literally tweet it out like once or twice every day. So hopefully something happens along those lines and that happens. I realize that I didn't review a Snyder film first, so I hope that people aren't mad at me for that. But it will be on the docket next, at least Suicide Squad should be. As for Man of Steel and the other ones, I'll get to those too. I'm going to try to just do what I can. I'm not trying to make this channel all one genre, like it's not going to all turn into comic book movies. I'm trying to have a variety of movies reviewed on the channel. There just hasn't really been anything good out in a while that's really caught my interest. But long story short, is the film worth seeing? Yeah. Did I find anything wrong with it? No. It's a decent film, and I think it's worth seeing, so give it a watch. And I hope that you have a great day. The film was a solid 10 out of 10. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next film review. Thank you so much.